Hi and welcome to AIBot Studio. In this video we're going to have a quick run through of setting up your first bot. So here I am logged into AIBot Studio in the main admin area, and you'll notice under my bot library I currently have no bots set up whatsoever. This is actually my first time using this, so you're going to see me set up a bot from scratch for the first time. I have watched Chad run through it live, but I've never done it before, so you can see how easy it is starting from scratch, never having done it before. So before we set up our first bot, we do need to run through a couple of other steps. The first is to set up our API keys with OpenAI. The next will be to create the assistant for the bot. So there's a master brain behind the bot itself. Then we will actually come back to the bot library and create our bot itself. Okay, let's first of all go to API keys. Now I've already put my API key in here, but basically what you need to do is head over to OpenAI and go to platform.openai.com, click on the settings here and go to API keys and then click on create new secret key, and all you need to do is give it a name and select project, which can be default, leave it as all, and then this will allow you to actually set up your new API key as I've done here. You copy the secret key that it gives you, you head back to API keys within AIBot Studio, and there'll be a button to allow you to add your API key, and you just paste in the API key and give it a name. So remember what the name is, because we're going to use that in the assistant creator. So it's a very simple process, and you do only need to do that once. So let's head to the assistant creator. Now the first one I'm going to create is going to be called Digital Product Creator and Digital Marketing Expert. Now the bot that I create will be for use on my own pages and stuff, so it will have information about my products and support and things like that. But the background assistant is going to be a digital product creator and digital marketing expert. Then we choose whether we're going to use the admin account or our own account. Now the admin account means if you don't have your own API, you can use that. I do have my own API, so I'm going to use mine by choosing AIBot Studio MacG, which is the one that we just set up. So I'm going to scroll up a bit so you can see more what's going on. Next thing we need to do is choose our AI model. So in this case, I'm going to go with GPT-4 as it's the most recent of these. Then we can choose a tone for our expert assistant. Let's go with educational, but obviously you can choose any of these, whatever's going to suit best for what you're going to use this assistant for or this bot for. But I'm going to choose educational. Then you have the option of choosing a ready expert, the ones that were already created for you in the system, or we can put in a search term, which is what I'm going to do in a moment, or you can start from blank, which allows you to paste in the full bot instructions or assistant instructions down here in the field below. If you want to use one of the ready experts, then simply choose a category to start off with. So let's go with technology and digital. And then under that, you have the different types of experts available. So e-commerce specialist, graphic designer, email marketing specialist, etc. And right now there are over 100 available across these different categories, but we are building this out and adding even more. So business and entrepreneurship, you have startup advisor, franchise consultant, dropshipping expert, product development consultant, all sorts of different options. Each of these has 10 different options available. So each one you can go through and have a look and find something that suits your particular site or your particular product or offer. And as I said, there are 100 already in there, and we're going to be adding lots more to make life really simple and quick for you. However, I'm not going to go with a ready expert. I'm going to go with a search term. And for the search term, I'm going to basically put in what I put in for the name at the top, and then I'm going to click on generate instructions, and it will start working away and creating the instructions down below, so you can see it doing it live, and it's creating these instructions for this assistant for me as I go. So you can see how quick and easy it is to get this done, and it's almost there. Scroll on down. It does come up with a very detailed instructions for this assistant to make sure that it is high quality bot and the information that you're giving is really good. Okay, so that's it done. Let's scroll back up to the top. And now all I need to do is click on Create Assistant. So that is our assistant created, and I can head back to my bot library to create my first bot. Okay, so I'm going to click on Create Bot. I'm going to give my bot a name. In this case, it's going to be Matt Garrett Digital Product Creator Bot. And I'm simply going to pop in a description saying Digital Product Creator and Digital Marketing Expert for Matt Garrett's products and offers. Click on Save Changes. We now have our first bot in the bot library, so let's click on the 3 icons here to come in and edit our chatbot and make changes to it to make sure it's a fully blown AI bot ready to use. So next I'm going to put in my chatbot headline. Then I'm going to put in my chatbot description, which will be learn more about Matt Garrett's products and offers, as well as how to get support or contact Matt. Let's scroll up a bit because we've got some extra information to go in. And then I'm going to pop in some greeting text. Welcome to Matt Garrett's AI Helper Bot. And a user input placeholder just to prompt people to make sure they're answering the question or asking what they need to know. Now you'll notice below there is a default disclosure message ready for you, but obviously you'll be able to get in and change that if you need to put more information in. Now if I scroll further down the page, you can see what the bot currently looks like. So here we've got the details that we've popped in, the welcome message, and the question prompt in the field for us. So let's scroll back up. The next thing we need to do is click on Save Settings to make sure we've got that saved. And now let's go into the AI Assistant to choose the assistant that we set up previously. Now, if you remember, I didn't choose the admin account, I chose my own account. And once that comes up, we'll then have a list of the assistants that we've created ourselves in our own account. I've only got one, you saw me create it, Digital Product Creator and Digital Marketing Expert. And having chosen that, again, we can see all the instructions for that bot down here. So, having made those changes, let's again click on Save Settings. Now let's head over to the quick buttons just to set up some easy quick buttons for people to use. And if they don't appear straight away when you come into the screen, just switch the radio button on and they will appear. So let's go through and assign some quick buttons. I'm going to keep these really simple. They are just to give people a prompt of what they can be looking for or what they can be chatting to the bot about. So I'm going to go with contact, support, offers, and I'm going to add an additional one, which will be coaching, just in case anybody is interested in my coaching. So again, once you've set up those quick buttons, click on Save Settings. And if I scroll down again so you can see the bot itself, this is what it'll look like. You've got those 4 quick buttons at the bottom. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as you want. I'd try and keep it to just one line of them so you don't clutter it up too much though. Okay, let's head back up. So the next option is the welcome gate. And again, if this doesn't appear immediately, switch the radio button on if you want to use it. You can switch it off if you're not interested in using this. Now, obviously to use this, you will need to go to integrations and add your autoresponder in the integrations to make sure that it is integrated. And then basically it's collecting emails from people using your bots if you want to. So it can appear instantly or on the first message. I'm going to go with on the first message. Please introduce yourself is the standard opening line, but you can change that to whatever you need to. Confirmation box text, I'm going to pop in, get Matt's marketing news and updates for special offers. And obviously you've got the option to include a confirmation box if you want to make sure people are confirming that they're opting in. Then you choose what information you're going to require from them, first name, last name, phone number, etc. Very easy to set up, but as I say, you will need to make sure that your autoresponder is integrated in order to be able to use it. So let's click on Save Settings. And if I scroll down again, you can see that we've got that information now for the welcome gate, where they're going to have to put in the first name, last name, and the email. Tick the confirmation box to say they get Matt's marketing news and updates for special offers. Click on send. So it really depends on whether you want that there. It will mean that people have to put that information in before they can start using your bot. So switch it off if you just want the bot to be natural and not have that welcome gate in place. So the next thing we need to do is click on this database stack icon at the top so we can actually give our bot some information to use. Obviously it's got the assistant, but we're going to add in some extra information that's specific to my particular site, my particular clients, my particular products. So I'm going to start by dropping in a couple of files that are relevant to me and to my products. The first one is a PDF that I've created that just has more information about who I am and what I do. And there we go, that's now loaded up for this bot and it can refer to that information when it's answering questions. Now I've got another one that is a text file. I'm going to drop that in as well. This includes a list of all my products and where people can get support from them, as well as the frequently asked questions that I get on my support desk. So I'm feeding it a lot of information that it will then be able to use to answer questions that people have about me, about my products, etc. It could be about a specific product for you. It could be about your website. Whatever information you feel your bot is going to need to answer questions for your clients, just pop it in here. So that's doing it as files. You can also do it as text. So you can literally copy the text from your web page or from a document and pop it in here. You can also give it a website URL as well. So in this case, I'm going to pop in a URL for my main site, my main blog, where I post articles, etc. And I'm going to click on additional so that I can also put one in that is about my coaching to make sure it's got that as well. So we pop those in, we can click Save Settings. settings, make sure that's updated, and the bot now has that information to refer to as well. You can also go for questions and answers. So if there are common questions that you think people are going to ask, then pop them in and pop in what the answer should be as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can train this with specific information for your product, your offer, your website, whatever it is that you want this bot to be able to answer questions about. Obviously, it's got the expertise of the digital marketer assistant that we set up, but this is additional information that is specific for your requirements and your purposes. Now, bear in mind, this is something that you could use PDFs that are PLR that provide specific information about what you teach or what your course is about, or any bonuses that you offer. You can add those in as reference material as well. So you can add a lot of extra information in here for your bot to reference. And once you've finished, always remember to click on Save Settings so you've got that information saved. Next, let's move on to the paint icon here, which allows us to change the look and feel of our bot. Now at the moment, if I scroll back down, you can see it's blue and there's no logo or icon. So what I'm going to do is scroll back up and add a logo and a widget icon to this. So all I need to do is click on the edit icon next to the main logo, then simply browse to wherever I've got my icons and images stored, choose the image that I want, click on open, and it will update that for me and resize it. So if I now click on Save Settings, and if I scroll back down, you can see we now have a logo on our bot. We haven't got the little widget one yet, so let's go back up and do that as well. I'm going to do both the round logo and the widget icon. So again, browse to where the image is, click on it, choose open, and it will update it. Let's do the same with the widget icon, choose the one you want, click on Save Settings, and scroll back down, and we can now see that we've got our little widget icon there as well. Now I'm also going to change the header color here, so the main color, but let's say I want to change that to orange instead of blue. Simply click on the icon, let me move this down so you can see it, choose orange, and we can see that's automatically updated the colors for us. And then simply click on OK to make sure it's done. So it's very easy to tailor the colors to suit your products and your offers to make sure your bot looks exactly how you want to. Play around with the different colors here as much as you want to. Once you're finished, always click on Save Settings. And if we scroll down a bit, there is an option to change how it looks on the page as well as in the bot. So if we go across this page option here, we can repeat the same process. We choose our main logo and our round logo, and we specify the colors to match with our product as well. So I'll quickly do that. So I've simply chosen my logo again and the round logo as well. Let's click on Save Settings, and once that's done, scroll back up to the top. We can now have a look at our bot in action if we want. We can look at the bot URL, which will open up a new page with the bot on. Click on the Chat with Us button, and you can see our bot is live and running with our quick buttons on and our welcome message. We can type in whatever we want to here. So I'm simply going to pop in a question saying, where can I learn more about Matt's coaching? It's going to pop up with the welcome gate. So I'm quickly going to fill that in. You can see it's actually come up with the answer while I was filling that in. So I've filled the welcome gate in, click on send, and here we go. We have the answer to our question. To learn more about Matt Garrett's coaching offer, you can visit his coaching page here. And obviously it's picked that information up from that extra information that we put in for the assistant for this bot, those extra documents, because it has all that built in. Okay, let's head back, and you can also go to the page URL and see what it looks like on the page and type in any extra questions that you want to ask. But we can also see the previous question that we asked here earlier a minute or two ago, and that's how it looked on the page. So that is our first AI bot created by AIBot Studio, up and running and all working for us. The next step is to integrate it with the different meta properties. So I'm going to click on the icon here to do that. So I'm going to start with Messenger, then I'm going to do Instagram, then I'm going to come back and do WhatsApp. Obviously, you should make sure that you're logged into Facebook and Instagram to do this to make it quicker and easier. So let's start by clicking on Connect Messenger, and it comes up with this screen. Yes, I'm logged in as the right one, so I'm going to click on Continue as Matt Garrett, and it's giving me the option of all my different pages. I'm just going to go with the specific page because the others aren't relevant to this particular bot. So I'm just going to choose the page that I want this bot working on and click on Continue. Then I've got to choose the business account that it's relevant to. So I'm going to click Matt Garrett Limited, click on Continue. I'm going to review what I'm giving it access to, click on Save, and there we go. It's now connected my AIBot Studio to Matt Garrett, and I can go and look at that and check the integrations through the business integrations, but I'm done for that. Click on Got It, and it'll take a second or two and close down that window. So I now have Messenger connected to my bot. Now it is worth pointing out at this point, I already have a business account set up on Facebook, so that was there for me to do. If you don't have a business account, it's going to ask you for extra information about your business, your telephone number, things like that. So just fill those in as you go through to make sure that it's accurate and make sure the contact information is up to date. Okay, the next step is to connect our Instagram account. And again, I am logged into my Instagram account on this browser. So I'll click on Connect Instagram and it opens up a new browser window, and I'm going to just log into that account, and that's it done. I'm going to click on Save Info. You actually need to click on the Save Info bit before this screen pops up for some reason. So I'm going to allow access to messages and leave the other bits and pieces ticked, and just click on Allow to make sure it's now got access. And once that's completed, it basically closes that window down and comes back, and you can see that we now have Instagram connected to my Fix and Grow account. That is a fairly new account. I've not got anything on there yet. The other point that's important here is it does need to be a business Instagram account, which is probably what you should have anyway if you're doing lots of work on Instagram. So make sure it's a business account. You can actually change that in your settings in your Instagram account quite easily. So it's just a switch that you turn on and fill in a couple of extra bits of information. Doesn't cost anything, very easy to do. Okay, so we now have Messenger connected. We now have Instagram connected. Let's go ahead and do WhatsApp next. So I click on Connect WhatsApp. It's going to make sure that I'm connected to the right Facebook business account. So I'll continue as Matt Garrett. It's then going to check to make sure that I do know who I'm connecting to, which is Nicely Media for AIBot Studio. Then it's going to ask which business portfolio I want. If I have more than one, I do. So I'm going to go with Matt Garrett Limited. And I can put in either my business website or my profile page, which in this case is mattgarrett.com. And it obviously checks to verify that. Then I choose the country and click on Next. Now for this, it does need to be a WhatsApp business account. So if you've already got one, great, but I haven't, so I'm going to click on Create a WhatsApp Business Account and leave it on Create a New WhatsApp Business Profile. If you already have a personal WhatsApp account, it won't actually let you use that. You'll need a business one. Now you can convert your personal one into a business one, but make sure that you go through the instructions for that and back up all your data before you do so. Otherwise you can lose all your chat history. I'm going to simply click on Next. I'm going to put in my business account name. Then for the category, I think I'm simply going to scroll down and go with Other. Obviously pick a category that is suitable for whatever you're doing with this account, with this bot. I'm just going to go with Other, and again click on Next, and then we need to add in a number. You can get a free WhatsApp number, but you're limited what you can do with it. So I'm going to pop in a new number that I've got set up specifically for this, and obviously you need to make sure it's a real number because they will send you a verification. So I'm going to click on Next. They'll send you a verification to that mobile number, so I'm quickly going to pop that in, and it gives you the chance to review what you're actually giving access to. So I'm happy with that. Click on Continue. It's going to verify my information, and once it's done, all I need to do is click on Finish. It'll close that window down, refresh AIBot Studio, and we can now see WhatsApp is connected as well. So we've connected Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. It's really fairly simple. You just need to make sure you've got the business account set up on Facebook, business account on Instagram, and a business account on WhatsApp. I'd recommend using a new phone number for that just to keep it simple. Okay, so let's head across to Instagram, and I'm logged in on a different account now and visiting Fix and Grow, which is where we set up our bot. So what I'm going to do is click on Message, and once it comes up, I'm going to pop in a question, click on Send, give it a moment or two for the bot to wake up, and there we go. Take a second or two, and out comes our reply from the bot. For support regarding Easy Traffic Bot, you can visit the support desk at the following link. So our bot is up and running on Instagram and will answer relevant questions for my support, for people trying to get in touch with me, all those sort of things. The information is there in the bot for anybody coming to that Instagram account. And that's basically your bot set up. So it'll do the same thing on your Facebook pages and on your WhatsApp app. So let's go back to the bot library. And there we have our first bot up and running, connected to WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. There we go. That's a full run through of setting up your first bot on AIBot Studio. If you've got any questions, reach out, get in touch, and looking forward to having you on board. Thanks very much for watching.